第9回新千歳空港国際アニメーション映画祭コンペティション短編部門インターナショナルコンペティション1で上映する作品名バックフリップの作家ニキータ・ディアクルさんです。Hello, Nikita.
Hello, Serena. How are you?
I'm
How is
good,
the sound?
thanks. Yeah, sounds perfect.
Okay, no bells.
So your film, Backflip, I saw you working on this project when you were in Denmark as part of the artistry residency program open workshop when I was there. And I had no idea what the film was going to be. So can you tell us, like, what was your inspiration?
Actually, I want to mention because now we're actually face to face, because when I was working on it in Viborg, you tried to do a backflip. Serena, do you remember that?
Please don't go there. Yeah.
Okay, we're not gonna go there. But yeah, that was the time when it all started.
Yeah.
The first experiments with
Yeah.
backflipping in person and backflipping in the computer.
Mm. Yeah, it seems like a really long process, right? Because you started before the pandemic happened here. How long
Yeah,
did it take? Like the whole production?
I think the whole production from start to finish took about 2.5 years, and it includes me actually trying to do the backflip. So it was meant to be like a competition between me and the computer. But I failed very fast because I injured myself when I was doing it in Mexico. And then the computer was kind of the protagonist from that point on. So it was me documenting the process of the computer trying to do the backflip with a backstory of me failing.
Right. Yeah, that's because you can't do backflip now.
No,
Can you?
I know. Can you still do it?
No, no. I can't do it anymore. I'm not gonna try it again.
Yeah.
But anyways, so
We learned
so
our lessons.
yeah. So because I used, for the people who are listening, because I used to do gymnastics in my childhood. But anyways, so did you write the script after your avatar managed to do the backflip, or like in the process you started writing?
Actually, the thing that we tried in Viborg was to kind of test the system, see if it works, and it was to teach the avatar to do a stand up and to actually stand. And once we figured out that that's possible, I was kind of confident that the avatar is also going to learn the backflip. So then I started to do the script writing with the kind of background information that it might be a bit of a journey, but it's possible. So I wrote the script in the sense that the avatar is going to make it. So it was a bit of a gamble in the beginning, but luckily the avatar made it.
Yeah,
And the
yeah,
script
I love
worked.
the ending. Yeah, it's a great ending.
Yeah, I was not
Funny.
sure about the ending when I was doing it, because it was kind of yeah, how do you finish a film like that? How do you what's the message in the end? And because for me the message is also not really like especially in the film so obvious, because it's very uncertain kind of topic. So I left it a bit open, kind of, but not really open. I think to me it's still a horror film, kind of, even though it's very funny.
Yeah. So the whole production was like started from before the pandemic and after the pandemic. So were there any struggles in production?
I think it was very good that it was in the pandemic, because it was a perfect kind of time for trying the backflip at home in the apartment and not being distracted by anything happening outside, and also just being involved with, and just tinkering with the computer, setting up the computer. We were building the computer also, and setting up the system for training and kind of simulating. So that was perfect for the pandemic. I think animators are very happy with pandemies generally.
Yeah, yeah, it's it's a perfect time to make an animation. So, it's an experimental film, but you've made narrative films before, right? Like Ugly. Do
Yeah, Ugly was
you,
kind of narrative. Yeah.
yeah. So how do you find working, like, are you focusing on like experimenting stuff, or would you like to make narrative again, or
Um, I think they're both kind of similar because with Ugly and with Fest and with this one, I never really, it's always been a bit of an experiment. I think this one was the biggest so far because I really literally didn't know what will happen in the end. And also because I had to work with not um, not just a programmer because I cannot program, so I had to have people on the project who are actually contributing quite a lot. And kind of giving that control, but also working with machine learning, which is like a black box for me. And so it was very kind of, I didn't expect the film to kind of turn out as a film in the end and to be actually watchable. So yeah, that's actually makes it very satisfying now to see it in front of the audience and actually see it work as a narrative film, because it's the biggest experiment so far for me. And if that experiment works with an audience and actually tells a story, that's super. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's right.
But
So
it's unexpected, and it was a gamble.
yeah, but it worked
Like with a
out.
backflip. Yeah, kind of with like a backflip. You try it and you hope you're not gonna break your neck.
Yeah. So yeah, and obviously you've been constantly making films in many places. Like, you've done artist in residency in Vienna once, and open workshop in Denmark, and you studied at the RCA, so in the UK, and Mexico and Germany. What does the like working in the different places like for you?
Yeah, it's kind of bringing your mind in a different context. I think it gives it a lot of energy to the process and gives you a lot of inputs. But at the same time, it's also kind of a danger of losing a routine, because with a routine, you actually get a lot of work done, like you know yourself. And so now I'm actually happy to be back kind of here in my apartment and just like be working again, because traveling and doing residencies and all those things, it takes a lot of energy. And it's yeah, it's a balance between kind of having that input, but also having a routine, so you have to bring it together kind of smart, which is a challenge.
Yeah, I understand that totally. So the last question, are you working on something right now?
Yeah, I have too many projects kind of open right now, and I'm trying to kind of not to lose the focus on each one of them, so it's a bit also juggling. But yeah, we're working on a film about cumbia, which is a dance in Mexico, and also have another project in the back of the head which I haven't started yet, which would be about food, and another one which is about like a generative project, which is about a fall that's just happening forever.
Sounds great. Thanks for taking your time, Nikita.
Thank you, Sarina.
Thank
So
you.
nice being here.
Yeah, nice to see you. ありがとうございました。バックフリップ作家ニキータ・ディアクルさんにお話をお伺いしました。